What's going on, everyone? England, England, England. Thomas Tuchel, you need to get fired. It's unbelievable how Thomas Tuchel played last night. I waited until this morning to actually make this video because yesterday I was fuming. I was fuming because Thomas Tuchel has let the England players down. I tell you the reason why. But before we get into it, make sure you like, type, subscribe, and make sure you give me your say about England against Argentina. Is Thomas Tuchel in or is Thomas Tuchel out? Let's get right into this. Thomas Tuchel's made some crazy tactical changes at the end. But let's start in the beginning. Who did he play from the start? So with Pickford in goal, he played right back, he played James. Centre back was Stones and Gahey. Left back was Spence. Left wing, Gordon. Midfield, Anderson and Rice again. And right hand side, Morgan Rogers. That was a big surprise. And Bellingham and Kane up front. So, I'm not going to go through the Argentinian team. Everyone knows who they had up front, and where it was Messi, Nico Gonzalez, Sensi. So they all played really. So let's get right into this. So in the first half, there were no shots on target on both teams. Diego Simeone's son, he was so dirty. So everyone knew the game plan of Argentina first. We'll start with Argentina first. What they did in the first half. So in the first half, Argentina were told to get amongst England. They were told to roughen up England, get right into their faces, disrupt the play, and foul every second so England can't get the rhythm. England can't get the passes across. The third 30 minutes were just foul after foul after foul. They took it in turns. Argentina. It was either Romero, it was either Simeone, it was either every single player took it in turns last night to foul England. Every single player. Lozano Martinez, Enzo Fernandez, Paredes, Mourinho, McAllister, Talavinko, they all took it in turns in the first half to disturb the rhythm of England. So nothing really happened in the first half. England, the first 30 minutes, they played well, got it about. Spence with the man of the half. Spence did really well. Spence and Anderson did really well in the first half. So nothing really happened. It was physical battle. Bellingham was giving it to him. Bellingham was saying, what, you're going to foul my players? I'm going to foul back. It was giving him grief. He was fouling. He was doing all sorts. He was getting fouled. Everything was happening. But what did they do? They made sure that they told England, we are here for the battle. We are battling this out with yourself. So the second half happened. Yeah. Second half started. We thought the game was going to open up. England score first. Bang! Gordon. Cross from Morgan Rogers. The only thing he done, Morgan Rogers, is putting in that cross. After that cross winning, the guy that everyone slated at the beginning, why is he with England? He shouldn't be there. He shouldn't start. Even myself, I said Marcus Rashford should start. Blah, 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 blah. This, and that. You know what? Who were there? And who's been playing well in the last 2 games? Gordon. Gordon scored that goal. Bang. Okay. England 1-0 up. What are Argentina going to do? Because you know they're coming. You know they are coming. You know they are coming. England looked kind of confident at that time. But you know who changed it? You know who changed it at Atlanta, Georgia, United States, in front of 68,000 people and probably all close to 1 billion people watching. You know what Thomas Tuchel did? The guy that's been paid £5 million a year. £5 million a year. Yeah, Thomas Tuchel's been paid to make the best decisions possible. They all said this guy knows what he's doing. He's not Southgate. He's not defensive. Blah, 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 blah. He is the man to lead England to the finals and win things. This and that. He's a serial winner. I've heard it all. The man for the job. He will get us in. He's the man. He knows how to win. He won Champions Leagues. He won leagues. Blah, blah, blah. This and that. Everything they were saying about Thomas Tuchel and they were saying about Southgate is this guy is a wannabe, lucky, he shouldn't be England manager, blah, blah, blah. This guy is the Messiah. That's what the media and everyone around England was saying. You know what changes he made? What changes did he make? He took off Anthony Gordon on the 72nd minute. You know, Scolari, the Argentinian manager. I forgot his name now. And Solari, I think it's Solari. He used to play for them as well. He used to play in midfield with them. I think he even played with Lionel Scolari. That's it. You know what change he made? I'll tell you what change he made. He took us Leonardo Paredes. He was good. He was marking Bellingham. And he put on Nicolas Gonzalez. A defensive player that can go forward. A defensive player that gone forward. What did England do? They took Anthony Gordon off and they put Ezri Konsa on the 72th minute. Can you believe that? What did Thomas Tuchel say to his team then? We're gonna park the bus, boys. This is like Mexico. We're gonna play 5 at the back. You know what? You know what they did? At the same time, Simeone off, Molina off, and Lisandro Martinez centre back off. He got a yellow. You know who they put on? Dybala, Montelli, Otamendi. That's who they put on. That's who they put on the 72th minute. They made a triple change. They made a triple change in the 72th minute. That's when the game changed. That's when Thomas Tuchel's 5 at the back happened. On the 82th minute, you know what he's done? He's done it one even worse. He took off Reece James and put on Dan Burn. He played not 5 at the back, 6 at the back. To close out the game like this is Mexico. He invited pressure. He invited so much pressure. It's unbelievable. He played 6 at the back. Took Declan Rice off. Took Reece James off. He should have gone off. He should have even played. Put Dan Burns on and put Nico O'Reilly on. So you're playing 6 at the... So who are you playing? Spence, Stones, Gahey, Konza and Burns. That's 5. And you know what happened 3 minutes later? You invited pressure. Lionel Messi went to the right, as he always does against Egypt. He just kept on crossing that ball in the box. See what happens. Little moves left and right, trying to maneuver the midfield. You know who's playing in midfield at the moment? Nico O'Reilly. You know who else is playing? Elliot Anderson. You know who else is playing midfield? Morgan Rogers. Bellingham. Gone. Legs gone. Legs gone. Bellingham. At one point, Morgan Rogers had a counter-attack. He was running. You know who's behind him? Couldn't get anywhere? Harry Kane. Who else? Jude Bellingham. Couldn't run. They thought, forget about it. We're going to hit in a counter. We can't come back. And when they did move a bit forward, it took them about 2-3 minutes to come back. They were dead. Their legs were gone. Bellingham and Kane's legs were gone. He should have took off Bellingham and Kane and put on Bukayo, either Tony or Watkins, and also Saka. Free change. Imagine you seen them free changes as Argentine, and you're chasing the game. What would you think? You think, you know what? Wow, we can't get hit on the counter here. We need to watch out. What happened after they put on Dan Burn and Nico O'Reilly? 3 minutes later, Enzo Fernandez scored. But you know what? They had a warning. The first shot got tipped over the crossbar by Pickford. Corner, straight from there, Lionel Messi took the corner. The corner came back. Deflection. It got into Enzo Fernandez at the edge of the box. 30 yards out. He already gave England a warning 1 minute before that corner. You know what he did? Smashed it. Left-hand corner. Pickford should have saved it. Nowhere to be seen. You know what happened to England now? They shit themselves in the pants. They didn't know what they were doing. They were all over the gaff. That's 88th minute now. They celebrated, came onto pitch. 88th minute then. 88th minute then. England were all over the gaff. They didn't know what hit them. 85th minute, that's how late Argentina scored. From the 72th minute to the 85th minute, 13 minutes, Thomas Tuchel embarrassed his team with the tactics. He embarrassed the nation with his tactics. Defensive, 5, 6 at the back, parking the bus, no out ball. Anyways, 1-1, Enzo Fernandez. You know what Argentina looked like? They looked like animals, beasts. They never gave up. They had more courage. They had more hope. They said, you know what? We're going to win this in full time. We don't even need extra time. We don't need extra time because these guys are shaking in their boots. They lost their cojones. Their balls have been taken away from them. Their manager is scared, is shocked. The knockout is there for the taking. Let's knock these guys out like a proper fighter. All these guys are over 5 foot, under 5'6", but they look like giants, beasts against these England 6 foot guys. 92th minute, Messi crosses the ball. You know why he went to the right? As the same as Egypt, he put the ball in the box. He put the ball in the box so someone could head it. You've got 5 and 6 at the back, and you can't defend the cross. You've got Stones, Gahey, and Konsa, and you had only one man to mark. What happened with Stones? He missed the flight of the ball. The ball was so good by Messi. Lisandro Martinez said to him, this guy's dangerous. They do that all the time. They put him on. He changed games. You know what happened? Header back post. England are out. Thomas Tuchel and England are going home. They are going home. Argentina are leading 2-1. Unbelievable. The stadium is going crazy. Everyone's going crazy. People can't even imagine it and think about it. It was meant to happen. It was meant to happen. You soaked up the pressure, Thomas Tuchel. And you know what you did? When Martinez scored on the 85th minute, you know what you did? You didn't even change it. You sat there and you didn't know what you were doing, Thomas Tuchel. You know when he made subs? 96th minute. He put on Ivan Toney, he put on Rashford for Stones, for Spence. The game was gone. A minute or 2 minutes left. What they going to do? You should have put these guys on when you made that change for Anthony Gordon. 72th minute. You should have put on 3 strikers. Ivan Toney or Watkins, Saka, and you know who? Rashford, and said, when we get the ball, this is the out. This is the out pass. Lads, when you get the ball, pass it straight to Saka, Rashford, and Ivan Toney or Watkins. But you didn't do that. You put 5 and 6 at the back. You invited them to come. You opened the back door and said, come inside, lads. Show us what you got. You know what Argentina did? They said, we're lions. Not England's lions. We're the real lions. We're coming at you. We're going to beat you. We're going to the final. We're going to keep our World Cup. We are the champions, like you know we are. You all are scared of us, England. We'll show you. The game is done. My verdict of this game. I'm going to do an England verdict, a tournament breakdown, a review. My verdict is Thomas Tuchel needs to get sacked as soon as possible. You need to get this P45 as soon as possible because you let the players down. I don't even blame the players. The players did so well, it's unbelievable. But their manager, the big Thomas Tuchel, Champions League winner, he bottled it. He's a bottle job and he's not fit to be England manager on £5 million a year. Take £5 million, but make the right decisions. Be brave. Everyone around the media and everyone in football say, you're the chosen one. Blah, blah, blah. This and then that. You're meant to come to the semi-finals because you've got a very good draw. Who did you get? DR Congo. You scrape past them. Who next? Mexico. You scrape past them. Who else? Norway. You scrape past them. You're supposed to be beating them 3 teams easily on £5 million. And all the players you've got, Premier League players, best of the Premier League. You're supposed to beat all them 3 teams easily. This was the moment to show that you are the man that everyone was saying that you are, Thomas Tuchel. And you bottled it. You pissed yourself. When you needed to make the positive changes, you didn't. Anyways, England are coming home with Thomas Tuchel. He's probably taking a private jet straight after when it comes off the runway and hide somewhere in Germany. I'm all done. What do you think in the comments? Let me know. Thomas Tuchel out or what? Does he need to get sacked? What did you think about England's performance last night? Let me all know in the comments. Make sure you hype, like, and subscribe. This is a brand new channel for the fans, by the fans. We need all the support we can. Thank you for watching. Here's another one. Let's go!